1, 2, 3. Started out, baby, I was shaking my head, rolling my eyes at the things you said. Put your hand on my back and your finger on my lip. Before I know it, I'm shaking my hips, baby, shake. Oh, my baby, now shake. Now I can't hold still when you keep me up late with your hugging and your kissing. Now, baby, you're making me shake.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another installment of Anything is Possumable. We're glad that you've joined us once more. If this is your first time, thank you for tuning in, and we hope you enjoy. My name is James Brickey.
And I'm Krista Jo.
Today we have a very special treat for you all. We are here with the brains behind the Martha Bassett Show, a live radio show that airs weekly on 8 NPR stations across 4 states with a YouTube channel that has amassed a remarkable 452,000 subscribers. It's our pleasure to introduce you to
Thanks for having us.
Pat Lawrence and Martha Bassett.
It is Possumable.
Yeah.
Yay!
So, for those that may not know about the Martha Bassett Show, what is the Martha Bassett Show?
Well, it was originally Pat's idea about 10 years ago. We're going into our 9th, actually longer ago than that, because it was before, it was right when Debbie Carson and Chris Groner bought the Reeves Theater and started renovating it. They reached out to say, would you think about doing something regular? And I was thinking about an open mic or something. And Pat said, no, we're going to have a show. It's So I thought that was a crazy, difficult idea. And he kept after me. And he said, and we're going to call it the Martha Bassett Show. And I was like, absolutely not.
Yeah, she really fought.
Really?
So I came up with a bunch of bad names.
What were some of those bad names? Do you remember?
Well, they were kind of just like stock ones, like the something radio hour, the Reeves radio hour, Elkin radio hour. We were just trying like obvious names, but they all just kind of sounded generic. And yeah, she finally gave in. Said, okay, we're going to do Martha Bassett Show.
And here we are. Yeah.
I actually had a little bit of a glimpse into the startings of it because when they were building the Reeves, I was on the construction team, and there was one day that Eric was like, hey, we're going down to 222 or wherever it was. We're going to eat with some friends, tag along, and it was y'all two. And y'all were like discussing stuff.
That's
so
right. I remember it. I remember that
there,
day.
just eating my food, kind of,
Yeah, because you were. I remember that day.
Yeah.
Yeah, seems like I do. I remember that exact day. Seems like yesterday.
And it seems like a really long time ago. I mean, we've evolved over the years so much from where we started. We used to have just 2 guests per show, and I don't know, just the whole format of it has really changed.
The other interesting backstory to it is it kind of came out of a job we were doing for almost a decade, right? Roots. We did a church service that was all Americana music. And that service, it would be 2 new songs every week that
We're secular Americana songs.
We're just like what we do now, Americana-ish kind of thing. It could be Dylan and then like maybe even a Rolling Stone song. And then Sarah Howell, who's on our show, would preach in between and kind of tie it all together. So we did that every week for years. So we were...
And we had a concert series.
And we had a concert series along with it where Martha would bring people. So you can already kind of see, knowing our show, that you're learning that new music all the time and then bringing in artists and then kind of trying to tell a story in a way. I think we built up a muscle that because it took 5 years before that didn't feel overwhelming. Probably.
Yeah, that's true.
And we built that muscle up, and probably say the same thing for the show. I mean, it's probably taken me 9 years to feel like I have an idea what I'm doing. You just build that skill up. Agreed?
I absolutely agree. Just in the past couple of years, I mean, there are so many things that happen the week of the show. And I used to be so anxious about it all getting done. Mm-hmm. And now, even though all the things have not been done yet, I just trust that it's all going to be done. And I'm not as anxious going into each show. Even if it's the day of the show and there's a song that I really haven't completely learned yet, I know that I'll have a half an hour to huddle up someplace and make sure I know that song. Yeah. Just little things like that. So it feels good to be in this place where it's a job that we know we can do. And our team is so, everyone's so good about just showing up and knowing their job and doing their job. So I never feel like I have to manage anyone. Mm-hmm. And that's one of my favorite things about the show and our team. I just feel like we have very competent people, two of whom are sitting here with Pat and me. So.
Yes.
Thank you for being
It's weird
amazing.
to talk about it because they know the show so well.
Yeah.
And if, when you all go watch it, if you check it out on YouTube or elsewhere, we're not reinventing the wheel. Like, we were just a bunch of people that had seen all these other shows growing up.
Or heard
these shows.
We loved Prairie Home. And so anybody who knows Prairie Home Companion will see the similarities between our show and that one. But it was a 2-hour show, and it had a lot of other elements, comedy and stories. And so we are primarily a music show, although we do occasionally add some more fun elements.
We call it failing forward. So it's like you go back, like scroll all the way down to YouTube, and it's just, you see the improvement because we're learning as we go.
Yeah.
We've learned to embrace that.
And we've really improved the tech end of the show so much from the beginning. We like to say we're the best looking radio show out there.
The other backstory people don't hear much is, and this goes back even another, during that whole 10-year period we were doing that, we were also traveling doing the singer-songwriter thing, like with Martha Bassett as the singer-songwriter. So just like everybody else does, you go town to town and you do that. And it's hard. So we know that world, and we know a lot of people in that world. And every time we would come back, there would just be a strong fan base, and they would just come out all the time. So we would play to all these people all the time here, and had like this community. And when you go out on the road, it might just be 5 or 6 people, and you really have to build that. And then that coupled with Martha's hard to brand, it's not one kind of music. It just wasn't feeling like the right direction. And then so kind of taking that experience into play, and then working that church thing for a while, the energy, it was really more a matter of saying, let's just not do the stuff that doesn't feel the right direction, even though we don't know what the future is. Right. Let's just say, let's go where the energy feels right. And so we kind of started hatching the show idea, really basically with the concept of community, and let's bring all the artists we like to us. Let's see if we can pull that off. And that's how we had seen it done, was with show formats. And we were tossing it around a little bit, and then Debbie called, and it was just kind of that hit. And I don't think it would have been tough to imagine the show ever beginning without that connection, because really just walking in the Reeves for the first time and seeing it, you can imagine it. You can imagine a show in there, and I could. It was just instant. I could totally see it, And so, that's a little bit of the longer genesis of what kind of got us there personally. And then obviously we're very big on just like the artists and supporting the artist and the hospitality, kind of because we've been on that other end of it. Riding around with a pizza box and a Volkswagen for 6 hours to play for 4 people. And just realizing for us, it probably wasn't the best thing we could be doing. Right. Even though the other one we didn't know. And
it felt like such a leap of faith at the time, but it's the best thing we ever did.
Yeah. We said, we'll figure it out as we go along. It's more about just the community of the people, see if it would work. So
instead of thinking, I'm sure when you started this, you didn't think, oh, in 9 years we'll be talking about whatever and going into our next season. And the amount of evolution that you've had with you've amassed such a wonderful team. That's such a great group of people.
Yeah.
And the way you take care of your team is, who wants to not be part of that?
Thank you.
Amazing for how you all operate. So
thank you.
Yes.
There's one thing I'll add that you guys might not know because we're on our winter break right now, and I don't think we've announced it to the team, but we have at least one new radio station on in coastal Oregon.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's do you remember the name of the station?
KMUN.
KMUN, and they are really cool, like WNCW. It's an all-music station. We're really excited to be part of that because it's, I don't know, it just feels like a really good, bona fide, popular station out there. And
so you're going to be East and West Coast.
I know.
Yeah.
We don't have anything in between yet, but we're working on it. Are we in Alaska?
I don't think so. They bought our Christmas show in Alaska. But it's just nice to know that somebody in Kodiak, Alaska is listening to something we did, that all are just like, okay, Kodiak, Alaska.
Yeah, so I guess we're on 9 stations now. We'll see.
Yeah, and a lot of, when I think about questions, questions I get all the time, and, I do the advertisements for all you in YouTube podcast land. And so they're always like, so have you always done that? None of us really did anything on the show that was in that show capacity.
Us.
Like nobody else was going to talk. So I'm like, I just have to be the one that talks. And she kind of interviews. And I think a lot of people on the staff, we just kind of grown into positions, video, photography, sound, just people move around. And a lot of it is... the line I always use is there always has to be an element of like a middle school musical.
I love it. I've never heard you say that.
Yeah, it's like, and that was really, for all the stuff Martha says is true about this things changing. They really haven't format wise. Like we've gotten better and there's been small changes, but really from the very first show to now, it holds up when you listen to them back to back.
That's true.
It's a similar structure. And it can just go off the rails like a middle school musical. Like unless there's that element,
it can always be edited.
It can always be edited.
Yes.
But
it gets edited down to like an hour segment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the live show is 2 hours.
The idea behind it is more that it's kind of like any musicians that do recording session kind of work. You after a while, I feel like you realize the energy is more important than perfection. Mm-hmm. So it's better to be loose and have good energy. And with a show that has size, the fact that it is edited lets all the artists kind of relax. And the team has definitely relaxed over years. Mm-hmm. And you just kind of let that flow happen. And if mistakes happen, that's kind of the charm of it.
Yeah.
I think we're fine with it now. Like there's very little that I'll just stand up there and just die in front of people. And, at the beginning, I'd just be horrified. I can't believe my mouth moves. It's just the worst. And now I'm just like, okay.
Here I am doing my thing.
Just doing the thing. So, all kind of new.
It's kind of it's always, very a relaxed sort of vibe to the show. It's not a super strict, stressful sort of production. It's very smooth and just flows. Mm-hmm. It feels natural.
That goes back to the team too. If you'll notice, our team we're a bunch of introverts. I would assume you guys, knowing you, are in that camp, and we certainly are. None of us are shy, but everybody on our team is pretty chill. Mm-hmm. And that is also by design. We want to make sure that we have the right feeling among our crew, because the artists who come in, that's part of the extending hospitality to them. they don't know what they're getting into necessarily if it's their first time on the show. And we want to put them at ease as best we can and set up a situation where they can perform their music in the best light. And it's it's easier to stand up there for 2 hours and do all your own music and really get into the flow of it. It's really hard for anyone, myself included, to stand up and sing 1 or 2 songs. Because you never get into, you never warm up.
Yeah, it's a different thing.
You kind of, if you're playing long sets, you find a bit of a rhythm.
Yes.
With a little short burst, it's hard to get there.
It is. It is.
Also, we ask most, really 90% of the artists to collaborate. So to work with the band or to do something that kind of gets everybody out of their comfort zone.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's another unsettling, it's just kind of by design. But it just makes it interesting. Great things happen, that wouldn't have happened otherwise.
Yeah, I feel like people listen to the other guests, and everybody feeds off of each other, and you hear some really good music, and it kind of hypes you up to go do your own set. And
it's always been fun to watch, the collaborations, from the start when y'all, first meet the artist and kind of you have the song there in front of you, start working on it, and then to see what it ends up being, and then you play it. Come showtime, it's a cool process. You can see, people kind of thinking through the song, and just all the process of it coming together is really cool to watch. And I have a very good view. So I'm right
yes,
there on stage.
You're seeing it, yeah.
James does monitors.
Yeah. I'm monitor world. I'm on the stage basically from the time I get there to the time I leave. It's my home.
Although he's been known to make cameos.
He's our secret weapon cameo.
He's our secret weapon rock singer. So that's pretty fun. And Krista Jo started out on the camera crew, and we kept pulling her up on stage to sing with us. So she's pretty much landed on stage most of the time now. So
I love it. It was fun to be behind a camera, and then I would go down and run, and I do. I sing back up and then go back up. So it was so much fun.
I run a camera anytime I can. It's just fun to get on the other side.
I like the camera work too.
We've all done it. Like I'll go with Nick and just do other gigs and just get on the other side of it. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Well, and for people who may not be familiar with sound equipment and such, like monitors for performances are super important, because that tells you as a performer if you can hear yourself or not. And if you can't hear yourself, that's really bad.
Yeah.
So what James does, even though you don't see him very much during the shows unless he comes out to sing, is super important, as well as the rest of the team who even Nick's here today running video, and he is in charge of the video team. So you got several people running cameras, and you have several people running the sound equipment. Bevan's back there running her tail off, finding people when they're supposed to be on stage managing. So the crew and the actual day around that we all see is from an audience perspective, they may not see that, but it's a colossal event that begins even months before, really, for each show. From the booking and then deciding on the music and all that. And then when it comes for you as an audience, when you see that the day of, or even now when you go back and watch it on YouTube, we have a different perspective, which is really beautiful. But just the team that you've built and the team it takes to make that happen is really monumental.
Yeah.
And it's wonderful.
I'm really proud of all of us for being able to put this together. It's truly a group effort. And
I did a tally. I kind of do a little tally of some numbers at the end of each season, but we've probably had, if you take into account like band people who are part of bands that visit, we've probably had over like 600 people come, featured artists, by the time you add in all the band members and everything.
That is impressive.
Over 130 shows, 135 shows.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Highly advise going back and watching previous shows that are on YouTube for sure. Tune in for shows once the current season starts up. Come to a show.
Yeah.
Yes.
Come experience it, because the YouTube streams are, they're great, but the live is there's
Always
nothing like
better.
being there in
Always
person.
better.
So if you could make it out, come to a show. Yeah.
And the last thing I'll say, just to give Elkin props on the show, is, along with the Reeves, the town of Elkin was very important in the show. If you aren't familiar with Prairie Home Companion, or like a lot of radio shows will have like fake announcements, or like Prairie Home Companion was built around a whole fake kind of town. Not fake. It was, what did you say?
Well, they were
imaginary.
Comedic, like the Ketchup Advisory Board.
Yeah, everything was imaginary.
Things like that.
On our show,
Powder milk biscuits.
Yeah, we talk about local businesses. So
Yes.
we're kind of like tourism reason for people to come. So we really wanted it to be, you would hear an ad for something and be like, you actually walk by that store, or you stay at the hotel, 3 Trails, or
You have a drink at Fruition.
Yeah, or Southern on Main. And the town has been instrumental too in just supporting the show and the Reeves. And if you haven't been to Elkin in general, that's a thing to do.
Yeah.
I'm sure you all agree.
Super cute town.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Love it.
And the trails, there's a lot to do. It's right in the middle of wine country.
Yeah, it's a big trail town. They have, the trail days.
Yeah.
That's always a big thing. So if you're a hiker, it's a good town.
Place to go.
Yeah, hit some trails, hear some music. Yeah, 'cause you never quite know what to expect with the show, what you're going to hear. That's one of my favorite aspects of the show, and I will purposely not listen to any of the artists beforehand, because I want to hear
Be surprised.
the day of. Yeah, there's been some genres that I didn't know existed. So it's really cool. Check it out for sure.
Right on.
So we'll pivot here. You have some involvement in some movies.
Yes.
Yeah. Most recently, it was a movie called A Little Prayer that was released last year.
Yes.
And Angus MacLachlan directed or wrote it?
Both.
Yeah,
Both. Okay.
Both.
And you play the part of the unseen singer.
Yes.
So expand upon that for us.
Okay.
How was that?
It was, so I have worked with Angus for, I'm not sure when Junebug came out. That was the first film of his that I did. And that's an amazing film if you haven't seen it, Junebug. And I worked putting together a men's trio to sing in a church basement. And I kind of directed some hymn singing for the congregation, but I wasn't in the film. And I kind of worked as a vocal coach for the lead actor. And then in another film of his called Abundant Acreage Available, I arranged barbershop music for a trio of brothers and kind of coached them on that. And again, I wasn't in that film. For A Little Prayer, and all of Angus's films have been filmed in Winston-Salem, and
They're very
he
local.
is from here. He lives here now. It's just amazing to watch his films. They all have such a beautiful local flavor, but they all feature Southern families in a true light, and I don't know. They're just beautiful works of art. So the most recent is A Little Prayer, and it definitely fits that same mold. It's getting great reviews. it went to Sundance two or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
That's when the film was made, and it was picked up by Sony Classics immediately on first day. So everything was looking good. The writer's strike happened.
Writer's strike happened.
There were just all of these little bad things happened, small things that kept the film from being released. So it wasn't even released until 2025.
Wow.
And so it had lost a lot of momentum because of that. And so it's wonderful to see all these amazing reviews coming in at the end of the year. And I really recommend it. It's the first one that Pat and I and Jeffrey Dean Foster are the band in the background in a couple of bar scenes where people are dancing. So we're playing music. And the unseen singer part that you were talking about, that's a perfect role for me because I'm not an actress. And so you never see me on screen, but I am singing old spirituals and folk songs at the top of my lungs early in the morning, waking people up. So my character, some people hate her and want to call the cops. And the two main characters are just fascinated by her and want to find her, but they never, can find her. So they're always looking for her. I hear her. Where is she? Yeah. Exactly. So it's... I didn't even really understand what I was doing because I recorded the songs. And then when I saw the film for the first time, which was at Sundance, I'm like, the first thing I heard was my voice. And I was like, whoa.
So her voice is like the first and the last thing I think you hear.
Oh, wow.
There's recorded music after.
But no, in the credits. You're in
right.
the credits, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's that kind of, how it can
So
be
my
the
voice keeps
impactful
coming
moment.
back
It comes and
throughout
goes,
the film. And it was the way they did that was really cool as another element that taught you things about the main characters and how they reacted to this voice. It was
the
just beautifully
interesting
done.
thing Angus did. He kept saying he wanted like a rough and ragged kind of gospel-y singer, which anybody that knows Martha Bassett,
That is not me.
She is not rough and ragged. That's not her sound.
Right.
So Angus, you did wear like headphones, so you couldn't hear yourself sing, and she imitated her grandmother, right?
Yeah, who was
From
a
church.
very loud singer.
So she's imitating her grandmother singing the songs, and she can't hear herself to get any feedback. And that's what they recorded.
You're not too in tune because
you can't really, like you said, with monitors or hearing yourself. They denied her that ability.
Oh, Lordy.
So she's just belting at the top of her lungs.
Just a cappella.
A cappella.
Wow.
So the movie features David Strathairn, who's a legendary character actor. Anybody would recognize him. He's one of those people the minute you see him. Good Night and Good Luck was his big film, which was like on about Edward R. Murrow. That was kind of his big vehicle. He's amazing in it. Jane Levy is in there.
Levy.
She's you'll see her in a lot of things lately. She's a big younger actress. And then Celia Weston is in it. She's actually she went to Salem College, I think. And great cast. You see, if you're from Winston, you see, you just see places in Winston. You see, it feels like Winston. It feels like Carolina. So yeah, the other funny story is Martha went out to Sundance, and so you know how in movies they have like the panels where people talk afterwards and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Martha was there, and somebody's like, "Tell us about the unseen singer." And she did not say a thing. She didn't tell anybody she was there. She kind of just slouched. She slouched in her chair.
Met up with anybody yet? So
she didn't raise her hand and say, "I'm the unseen singer." She literally was the unseen singer.
Oh, that's
which I don't blame you. You were in a whole new Sundance. I mean, it's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
But great film. For Winston people, it was shot during COVID.
Yeah.
Which was interesting to see a whole film crew figure that out. But it is our scene. They go to a club that is
It was a VFW.
Yeah, and they turned what is the old Lighthouse, which is kind of like
Restaurant.
a legendary restaurant here in town. And it had been closed a while. It might have even closed before the pandemic.
It did.
And so that is the building. A lot of people say, what is that building? And it's the old Lighthouse restaurant. And they turned it into a VFW. And then we're the band while they're kind of doing some dancing and things like that. So that was great. Yeah, it's a beautiful movie. Yeah,
It really is.
Yeah, it's wonderful that you're in it.
You will
it's
laugh,
just
you
like
will cry.
Yeah, you will. You'll do all of it. Mhm.
Now, do y'all know where people could watch the movie?
Aperture is where you can see it in Winston-Salem right now. We're hoping it'll be picked up by streaming services.
Yeah, I think yes, that's the goal, but it's not hard to find someplace now if you just Google a little prayer, because it's getting more. I know it's been in Charlotte and Raleigh.
Yeah, it's in, I can't remember the theater chain
Right.
around the country, but it's not everywhere, so you have to seek it out.
Yeah. You said Aperture here in Winston?
Yes.
Was that a theater?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, we should specify.
Art house theater. It's
Okay.
So it's not like one of the big chains. It's a
Okay.
nonprofit Winston-Salem theater that does a lot of art films, and it's a great space.
Awesome.
Need to check that out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Aperture in Winston.
Yes.
Get your tickets now.
Go see it. Yeah.
So we'll pivot a little bit
Okay.
again. So you are very fond of cooking,
I am very fond of
Yes.
cooking.
and you are very good at cooking.
Thank you.
Yeah, Martha's made some food for the team a couple times, and everything has been marvelous.
Appreciate that.
Yes, it's very good.
That's part of the hospitality that you were talking about earlier. Instead of people riding around with a pizza box, and
Right. Exactly.
the artists get to come to the show, and then they have a nice space so they can unwind, and they can even take a shower if they wanted to, and freshen up. And Martha always has food, and we're very fond of your cooking, as fond as you are cooking it. So thank you. And,
You're welcome.
yes.
I know where this is going.
I don't know. I'm not saying anything.
Collards.
So, okay, collards. I had a little mishap. So I did not make those collards. I picked them up. I ordered them from a local grocery chain, and I picked them up. I made a couple big pots of chili on that show as well. And I'm in Elkin. I am driving towards the theater. Not my best driving moment. Someone stopped in front of me at a stoplight. I think it wasn't like they just stopped all of a sudden. It was a stoplight, and I was not paying attention, and I almost rear-ended them. So I slammed on my brakes and skidded. Didn't hit them. I was very lucky there, and the collard greens just went everywhere on the floorboards. The chili did too.
Yeah, lost some chili.
Yeah, and I had a collard greens mishap before that too, so my car already smelled. It's really hard to get the smell of collard greens and the pork that's in there out of your car carpet.
In summer, it's just really.
I know, it was so bad, so bad.
I think Pat had a premonition about the chili because he had a picture of his face with the
that's
chili
right.
pot.
Yeah.
And the chili pot was very, very full.
Like
It
to
was.
the brim somehow.
Yeah.
And like it was like surface tension, and the soup was the only thing keeping it from overflowing because it was
Right.
right at the top.
It's true.
We joked. So Martha uses a notebook on the show, like has music in it.
Right.
Oh, yes.
That has all my charts.
And so
and-
Bevan, the stage manager, and I, you all know, obviously, we all day referred to it as the collard-soaked notebook.
So Bevan had taken
Because it was like
my
moist.
notebook.
You had to take the pages out and
Yeah.
air them out.
She had taken my notebook someplace so that it would get some sunshine and air so that it would dry out. And I didn't know where she had put it, and I was in rehearsal and I needed it. And so we were like, where is the collard soaked
Soaked notebook?
notebook? And yeah.
Well, that's to say that Martha goes to great personal lengths to make sure that her artists are taken care of. Even her floorboard has paid the price. But
it has paid the price.
But
the smell's gone now.
Well, finally, everybody really appreciates it, and that was good chili, by the way.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
The smell's gone.
What?
And you've done some gardening for a long time now, right?
Yes. So when Pat and I lived for a while up in Virginia, I did a lot of vegetable gardening. But just in the past year, I started with the front yard and pulling up ivy and trying to make it a little bit more landscaped. And that spilled over into the backyard, which used to be full of briars and weeds. And, we didn't really have all of that area that we have back there now. And it's turned into a vegetable garden. And Pat indulged me in getting me a greenhouse this past year. So this is my first winter with a greenhouse, and I've got tomatoes that are almost as tall as me with flowers on them. So I'm hoping I'm going to have a lot of tomatoes in my greenhouse. Yeah. And right now it's mid-January, and in February, that's when you put all the seedlings into trays, and I've got all my seeds ready to be planted, and I'm super excited. We've turned this side area into a flower garden. I've been propagating some shrubs, and right now it still looks very empty because I'm kind of starting everything myself, and everything is small. But 5 years from now, it's going to be just gorgeous and luscious. Yeah. That's my plan. We'll see.
Martha's very industrious. If any of you do the following things, talk to her. She used to make her own cheese when we lived in the country.
I did.
Not like mozzarella, like hard cheeses. And so she made the hard cheeses, used to make all your own pasta. And
cheese is very time consuming. So unless you have time to babysit your cheese, don't get into that hobby.
But anybody watching right now is going to be like, I do it. It's really an art, and so she was way into that. What else were you in? Oh,
I had more time on my hands.
Everybody likes to make their own lard. She makes a lot.
Oh, that's easy. Yeah, anybody can do that.
Anybody can make a little batch of lard, can't they?
I
know exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's not difficult.
Pig fat and a slow cooker.
Slow cooker.
That's all it is. You just melt it.
Yeah, it's a special smell in your house. It's really
it's the porkiest.
It's the porkiest of porky smells. You're like, oh.
When you say a special smell in your house,
that's a good one. That's a better smell than collards on the floorboard.
Yes.
Yeah, much better than collards on the floorboard.
And pig fat, is that something you just go to like a butcher somewhere and ask for? Or?
Yeah, it's basically bacon or fatback or.
Okay. Okay. All right. I can see where that would be. Very porky, a beautiful porky smell.
Yes.
Made pork rinds for a while. You were doing that.
They're too tough to eat.
They're tricky.
Oh, really?
Tricky to make pork rinds.
Yeah.
The fox liked the pork rinds.
Yeah, we were feeding it to a fox.
He loved the pork rinds.
In the backyard.
No, but yeah.
So with the greenhouse, how different is that to just typical gardening? Is there anything you have to approach differently with that?
Yes. So in North Carolina, we have really hot summers. So I really couldn't use it hardly at all in the summer. I had green beans growing over it to try and shade it, but it was really too hot in there to grow anything. So it's a 3-season kind of situation. And it has a heater and a fan in it. We've had a very cold winter this year, and I've been able to propagate these tomatoes. So it works. Take in mind that this is my first year doing it, so I have a lot to learn. I'm experimenting right now. I took cuttings of all my herbs, basil and mint and cilantro and parsley, and I'm growing them in the greenhouse. But I started the tomatoes and peppers in, I think, August or September. And now they're like as tall as me, some of them. And it's time to start the seedlings. So what I'll be doing is giving those seedlings an early start so that I can plant out flowers or vegetables, whatever I'm growing. And they'll already be sizable plants like you would buy in a plant center, but much more affordable because I started them from seed, and I'll plant them out after the last frost. And those are not necessarily things that would stay all year in the greenhouse. So I'm using it for the tomatoes that will live there through their whole lifespan, and for the starting of plants that will be in my vegetable garden or in my flower beds. So a couple different things that I'm doing here.
If I understand correctly, you're like getting a head start on growing in the warm months.
Yes.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Exactly. So that they can, by the time the soil is warm in probably early May, I can start planting things outside.
Nice.
We used to keep bees. I don't know if you all know that. We were big. We did bees for a long time. You mentioned the bees. We kind of want to do bees in the city. Because
they actually do better in the city than
the city. It was hard in the country because
so many pesticides on the farms around us.
Things get kind of brought in like they just would, and there's a lot of other mite issues, and we had up to 9 hives at one point.
Too many hives.
But there's these old timers that are just like bee whisperers. You'll probably know some of them. Like it's like an art and a science.
You've had bees, haven't you?
Yes.
So we met somebody recently and it was like he's totally a great beekeeper. Oh, at the New Year's Eve, that guy that was kind of engineer brain. He's got tons and tons of honey, but we'd like to get some bees here. Just a couple hives, but we still have in our spare time. But,
exactly, bees are a little more intensive.
But we had a blast doing it.
We did.
We took a class in Forsyth County.
Oh.
And Martar, is that his name, Buddy?
Buddy Martar.
And Buddy, we took the class, and Buddy said, keeping bees is the hardest thing I've ever done. And then I asked somebody, I said, what's Buddy's job? And they said, he's a brain surgeon.
No. He's transplants.
Organ transplants.
Really?
Yeah.
He said beekeeping was the hardest thing he's ever done. And it kind of is, because we did mushrooms too, the legal kind, shiitake and all that stuff.
Those are tedious, man.
Well, it's like compared to bees,
they're easy.
That was the real learning. Like you could make money with like you just spend a couple days pollinating all the logs, or inoculating is the right word for it. But you can put in a bunch of logs, and then just every time it rains, or you can throw them in the creek or whatever. We might even try to get a couple more logs of the shiitakes. Those were good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Martha's a good farmer.
I love it.
With the mushrooms, they're not going to turn around and sting you or
get
up and swarm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they don't make honey.
They do not make honey.
No. And honey is better than mushrooms. I don't know. I like mushrooms.
I love mushrooms. I've thought about trying to grow some of my own mushrooms, but I don't have time. I just go to the store.
Now you have some fantastic resources here. I did not know y'all had done those.
If I do
find
the time, I'll be talking.
It actually isn't that hard. It's not. It's really like 2 days in the fall.
Yeah.
And you probably live someplace where you can get the right kinds of trees. Any sort of hardwood about yay big. You cut like 4-foot lengths and just clear out a little area.
Drill holes in them.
Drill holes in them with a certain depth bit. And then you just put the sawdust in it, which has the spores in it. Yeah. Then you just put a little wax over the holes to kind of seal it. And then
let them sit for months.
Then you don't do a thing. You just wait. And then one day you go down there and check, and covered with mushrooms. Yeah, we would get so many because we were living up at the farm full time, because that was when the economy kind of slowed way down. And so we would just drive back and forth. We would fill the entire back of the Honda Fit up. Like you could fill
bags of mushrooms.
Really?
Yeah, like more than you could handle. And we would just sell them to restaurants we played at.
No kidding.
Yeah. We'd just gather them all up and sell them to to restaurants.
Do you?
All shiitake or?
Those were all shiitake.
Yeah, we did a few oyster, but not enough to sell.
No, but all shiitake.
Where you place them, you have to put them like in a shady area. Or,
Yeah, in the woods.
And
We had a lot of woods
and, like, a
around
moist-
us.
Okay.
Yeah,
Beside a creek.
Ideally, you want a water source, and we had a guy kind of mentor us that kind of did it, which was great. Just find somebody that does it. But it's a crazy thing. Like if you can soak them, that will really force the issue. You can almost make it happen, and you soak it, and then
Shock it.
you shock it, which is like throwing it on the ground. And I'm not sure scientifically why that works, but that gets the mushrooms going, and they just keeps coming off. Those logs, I mean, years those logs produced.
About 5 years.
Yeah, just kept produce a whole wall
Off of the same
log. Initial
Yeah.
inoculation.
It fruits less over time.
Fruits less, but 5 years we were getting mushrooms off that first batch.
Wow.
The other crazy thing is, like, I mean, some of them will get like this big, and because we weren't there all the time, so you'd be like, it rained a couple
And
days.
it's better when
then
they're smaller. So you want to get them when they're smaller.
But the crazy thing is, if they're fresh, the big ones are still edible and delicious. Like, you can grill them almost like a burger.
Oh, yes.
Because, like, the bigger the mushrooms get in the store, they're just not as flavorful. These are not. It's a whole meal. Yeah, it's amazing. So
mushrooms are fascinating.
they are fascinating. It's crazy.
They're like their own unknown things still to some degrees.
And that's what's going on under the soil in your garden. If you can get that microbial, action going on, that little network under the soil.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
That's what feeds your vegetables.
Let's talk about poop.
Let's do.
Let's talk about alpaca poop. We haven't talked about it. Krista Joe brought Martha
a big bag of poop.
Bag of alpaca poop. We don't know where she got it. She just says we all
Just found it on the road.
But we read up on it a little bit. That sounds like magic.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't burn like other things do. It doesn't have the odor.
Nope.
That's insane.
Yep. It just dries out.
You can
and
put
it's
it
like
right on there.
Well, it's like little, what are those things? Whoppers?
Yeah.
The candy.
Don't eat them.
Don't eat them.
Yes. But and it dries quickly, and it doesn't have the nitrogen content, so you don't have to compost it.
Yeah.
It's really lightweight because it's just little tiny. And for me, it's not a big deal. I just go sweep it up because alpacas are weird animals, and they're very much like cats. And but they like to go and like have a spot where they all go, and they like to poop in the same spot.
Oh, they all do in the same.
So you don't have to go looking for it.
Right. I mean,
Just a big
they'll
pile.
pick little spots around
Yeah,
the
but you
field.
just, once you know where they're going,
Yeah.
you just hit that area. And
I feel like I always think about like the person at Disney World who like sweeps the trash off the street.
Right.
I have a little can like that, and I have a little tiny rake, and just go out there,
Oh, I love
put it
that.
in the bag.
You have how many alpacas is it?
13.
13. Wow.
Yeah.
So plenty of poop.
Yes.
I'm
I want to
excited.
visit your farm sometime.
Come on.
I'd love to.
Yes.
Tell us what animals you have.
Oh, alpacas, sheep, goats, and then cats and dogs and some birds. And I have some chickens. My chickens are not laying very much this time of year, but
yeah, out of season.
yeah. And then a couple of little outliers. I have one guinea bird left and one peahen, which is the female version of the peacock.
Oh, wow! I'd love to see.
She's beautiful. They don't have the big tail feathers like the males do.
Right.
But she's pretty girl.
I always wanted India runner ducks. You ever seen
Yes.
those?
So cute.
Yes.
Not familiar
They're
with that.
hilarious.
Just waddle around and
Yes.
make cute
They
noises.
do. They run.
They're like little,
okay.
like penguin ducks almost. They just huddle together and run.
Gotcha.
They're really cute.
A friend of mine has ducks. They Martha was saying you might be making a little pond out here. So I wouldn't recommend the ducks though.
Like the Martha Bassett Show, I get a lot of too grandiose ideas. I just I feel like I have to do a water. If I've never done one, probably won't do ducks, but I think we're gonna do it.
A couple of goldfish.
Just a couple of goldfish, something simple, just some water.
Attract the frogs. We like frogs.
Yeah.
That's
I
good.
like hearing frogs like late at night.
Yeah,
So relaxing.
yeah, that's what I kind of. want to just get some of that action going on.
Yeah.
Because they're around. You hear them, like, because the stream is behind us, so it runs through the park. So all those animals are already close.
Oh.
So I live right on the Little Fisher River in Surrey County, and at night there's like hundreds of frogs just screaming.
Yep.
Yeah. Sometimes it's a little overwhelming. You step outside,
Right.
and you're like, my God.
Too many frogs.
Yeah. So along the pet and animal theme, you'll have a lovely cat.
Mm-hmm.
Where is Scooter?
He's probably hunkered down somewhere.
Scoot.
We adopted a cat 8 years ago, 9 years, 7 years ago. Mm-hmm. Guy named Scooter, and we'd had 2 cats that both lived to be 21.
Oh, wow.
And they kind of passed away close, and they were with me their whole lives. So it still is, I would say, it's still the longest relationship I've ever had with a woman. Still, we're not quite there. We're close. We're close. But so we took a break. For too long, probably. The house is empty once you've had, the house is empty.
Yeah.
Once you lose that energy. And Martha turned the computer around and she's like, we should get him. And I said, okay, let's do it.
A friend of mine was fostering Scooter and putting his picture up on Facebook, asking her friends to help rename him because she felt like Scooter the name was not going to help him be adopted because he was a 7-year-old cat. Mm-hmm. And they already are harder to rehome than kittens. Yeah. And I'm not interested in kittens. They're destructive. They're frenetic energy. I know they're adorable, but I want a chill cat. I want a grown up cat who has his life together. Yeah. And
you got one of those.
So Scooter came to us. And that was his original name. And so when I adopted him, they had chosen the name Gabriel, and we're like, that does not fit him. And he's 7 years old and he knows his name. So we're not going to change his name. And he moved in. There were some growing pains because, he's in a new home and he was not happy about change. But now we've all settled into a happy life together. At least Scooter and I have. He gets pat up at 4 a.m. and
so the other cats we had before were girls. I'd never had anything but girl cats, and he is just a tabby, 18 pounds.
16 pounds.
16 pounds.
Maybe 17.
Maybe 17.
He had a little holiday weight.
Yeah, where is he?
But we should have Stacy is who was fostering him, and she was a friend of ours. I can still hear her saying the words. We said, we'll take him. And we had done. She goes, you sure you don't want to try it out for foster him for a few days?
For a couple weeks and see if he's a good fit. And I'm like, no, we've had cats.
We've had cats. We're good. She knew Scooter, and it's going to be his house. He asserted his dominance immediately when he got here. He was a little scary. Yeah, we were kind of afraid of him at first.
No. Was he like fussing or?
He would just attack us.
Oh my gosh.
In our sleep. He doesn't do that anymore.
That's good.
He did this morning.
Yeah, you asked for it.
So I did. So here's what happened.
He does. He baits him.
He's a very
blames him for
he's
bad
a very good communicator, and I usually listen.
He'll go.
Yeah, but see now he doesn't do that as much. Like you get him up and you feed him. He gets you up and you feed him. And the way he usually gets you up is he'll do the tap. He'll tap your face.
We have his nails trimmed too because he'll.
Yeah. And this morning I was tired and I didn't do it. And I made the drastic mistake of pulling the covers up as high as they would go. There he is right there. Pulling the covers up as high as I could and then putting the pillow on my head so he couldn't attack me.
Oh.
He was all over that pillow, man.
And that's that means play with me.
Oh. What time was this?
5.
5 in the morning.
Come on.
So then
he's not going to be told what to do.
Nope. He's like, this is.
You can pick him up if you want, James.
Oh,
if you can reach him.
The other interesting thing about him, and we've thought about doing some of this on the YouTube channel too, but he loves to do tricks. We clicker trained him like a dog. And he likes to roll over, high five, lay down. He likes to run hurdles.
Oh, really?
Yep. So he likes to do the tricks. You want to come over, buddy?
Martha.
There he is.
There's the scoop.
Oh, okay. Instantly right back down.
Okay,
Whatever
he
you
made
do,
an appearance.
Yeah. Whatever you do, don't come over here. Try the reverse psychology.
If you were not a cat person, he'd be all over you.
Yes.
Kind of like that.
Yes. Maybe we can get him to do some tricks later.
It's possible. He has to do them up there though, and
Yeah, he has a treat platform.
so he's off camera.
Yeah. We'll
That's
see.
amazing. Most people don't have the patience to clicker train a cat.
He needs that level of interaction.
Yeah,
that's why
he's a different cat than I've ever had. He's very like a dog. He just wants to interact with you.
Anybody would.
I don't know if it's a tabby thing.
It's more like he's clicker training you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
True.
It's more like you would have eventually clicker trained him because he would have clicker trained you to do something to serve him. If he had thumbs. He had thumbs. So the new one I want to do is because he learns all the tricks quick. So the recent one he learned was you put the treat on your shoulder and then you kind of move closer to him. But if you hold your hand up, he knows to stay still and he can't move. He's not allowed to do it.
Until you do this.
Or I've been doing this. And the minute you point, then he knows he can eat the treat. So he learns pretty fast. Like he learned to roll over immediately. He likes to, it's weird. He likes to express himself. Have you seen a lot of cats that do this with his hands, his paws, technically? He likes to he sits up here if Martha's eating something and he'll just tap her. He taps when he wants something.
Saying, give me a bite.
And he'll say, to wake you up, he'll tap you. You do what you're told, give me a bite. Sits at the dinner table, just be like, she's not fast enough with the chicken pieces. Have you seen other cats do that?
No.
Okay, I didn't know if it's a...
No,
Yeah.
I think that's unusual. I mean, I know that there are some that do that.
Yeah.
But not.
Yeah, it does seem a little different that he just has picked that up.
We just think he's brilliant. He's our baby. We think he's the smartest cat in the world.
He's very smart because he has trained you very well with this morning routine.
He is very well.
So it's nice that training is going two ways. So he will oblige you by doing your
right.
Yes.
He travels with us too, so that's the thing. He likes to travel.
Oh.
He would rather go in a car 3 or 4 hours and be with you for 3 or 4 days. We take him to New Year's Eve every year
at the River House.
Yeah, and he stays at a little place with us, and so another.
Nice.
We have not taken him to Elkin because we're busy while we're there. We're working, and he would just be in. And they have pet friendly rooms at 3 Trails, but
That's true,
we don't want to just take him and
we're too busy.
drop him off. So.
No, he's
Right.
Yeah.
So he has a cat sitter when we're there.
Somebody might have to come in accidentally and have to be trained by Scooter.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Does he ride out in the car? Does he have his own seatbelt? Does he have a carrier?
He has a
rides
carrier.
He likes his carrier.
That you can hook into the seat belts. In long trips, I have let him out, but I think he's happier when
he likes his carrier.
it's more stable.
Yeah.
He doesn't love the car, but he loves being with us. So he'll, if it's not too far, he'll chill out and deal with it.
I used to ride around my lab and my cat in the back of my Subaru. I'd go just driving around because Kurt loves to ride. And then my cat, Eddie, he was still real small. But I got him kind of used to riding around. He didn't like it at first. He just like was at the windows trying to figure out how to get out and just meowing.
Right.
But after like 2 or 3 times, he kind of was like, okay, this ain't too bad. He just had to watch for Kurt, who's full of energy,
Right.
going back and forth from window to window, looking out, and he's just like dodging Kurt in the back.
He's learning from Kurt.
I forget where we heard it. It's like, I'm not, maybe it's being musicians. We're not like current car owners. Like we don't have newer cars. So
Right.
I don't ever give electric vehicles or like self-driving cars much thought because it's not in my zone until somebody did that story about the upside of cars that can drive themselves. You could just put your dogs in them. And they could just ride around the neighborhood. Can you imagine? You could just put your dog in it, so the dog could go for a ride by himself or herself, and maybe you could train the dogs to get in their own car and like hit the right things.
Yeah.
Like just hit one button if it had like just a setting.
Yeah.
Like this just takes me around the block. Mm-hmm. Wouldn't that every day would be better if a car full of dogs went by all by itself?
Oh my God.
Every day would be better for the rest of my life.
That's a great use of technology.
That was the only time I was like, yes, we need self-driving cars now.
For dogs.
What if you could send them to like Food Lion for your pickup, Trader Joe's? Just bring the food out.
they put it in the
Put it in
car.
the trunk.
They
Put
get
it
to
in the
say
trunk.
hi to the dog.
Hello, DoorDash.
I just love that idea.
Yes.
Well, thank y'all for being with us. We'll wrap it up here.
It's nice to hang out with you guys in our off season between season 8 and season 9, and we will reconvene in March and keep the show going. And but it's nice to hang out in the living room and chat and not work.
Yeah.
I guess you guys are technically working, but this has been a lot of fun.
Not really.
This is fun. And where all do we, can they find the Martha Bassett Show? I know you're on YouTube.
Yeah, you have already started filling out the artists who are already booked for season 9.
MarthaBassettShow.com. You can kind of see the schedule. Then the obvious Facebook, Instagram. We do TikTok. And then YouTube, pretty much, and it's pretty easy to find. Just do Martha Bassett Show. Do it. These lovely people are on the show, and it's great to be on your podcast. I'm glad Brady Reed, is that his name? He's not here. I'm glad he didn't come. I saw him on a couple episodes. So that kind of got me worried. I saw him make some cameos. I thought he might crash it or something.
That's great.
Love you, Brady.
Oh, Brady.
We love Brady. We love Brady.
Yes, we do.
How many episodes have you all done?
This will be 13, I think. 12 or 13. I can't remember.
Thanks for having us. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us here in your beautiful home. And
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looking forward to the next season.
Yes.
It's gonna
And
be
if
fun.
you're, and when you go to Martha Bassett, is it Martha Bassett?
MarthaBassettShow.com.
Show.com. When you go there, get on Martha's mailing list because you can get tickets from there. She sends out discount codes a lot of times for the show. So make sure you get on her mailing list and make sure you like and subscribe to the show.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Help them get over the 500,000 subscribers.
500,000.
Yes, that's
Very
amazing.
close.
Isn't that crazy? It's fun.
It's crazy. It's
know.
wonderful.
I think we should shoot for 1 million by the end of the year.
Oh, yeah. I think we can at the rate people seem to be like, we just do our thing.
It feeds itself. It seems like the more subscribers we get, the faster it grows.
And keep an eye. So when you're on social media, and I'm just going to say this, I haven't told anybody this. I've kind of changed. It's a lot of stuff because we have so many artists that I mentioned. You're seeing all of these videos kind of go up. Our goal for this year is to do even more in the artist direction to try to help artists with sales, to move merchandise. So every video you see of an artist will have their website and we'll have a link. It might even say like new album, and it'll take you to Bandcamp.
Oh, yeah.
I'm really trying to get people to Bandcamp so people can just buy the music and support it. And then Ben Singer, who you all know, we're working on this idea using AI because Ben's very bright with such things.
Yes.
And I'm compiling a spreadsheet of everything every artist is doing. So it's like every platform, every way that they sell music, every place that's on their link tree. And we're going to put an AI component on marthabassettshow.com where that it will know what every artist is doing and then continue to learn as the artists change the way, and it will build so that I want to make it as friction-free as possible. So if you see one little short, you'll have something to click on, and then immediately you can support an artist in any way that you want to. Kickstarter, but friction-free, not this, you have to find everybody. I'm thinking like, okay, maybe we can use AI in a real positive way that way. So keep an eye on the website and let's make it happen. Let's support some artists and, just spread the good word. So.
Well, and that being said, before we go, I have to ask, because if an artist sees this and they say, how do we get on the show? How do where would you direct them to go for
I do the booking myself.
Okay.
And I would love to tell people about this because it's not just a matter of, I think you're a great artist and you should be on the show. It's a matter of finding 3 artists or bands, 3 entities that contrast each other and complement each other.
Yes.
And putting them on. So I'm looking for groupings.
Yes.
And I'm dedicated to having equal representation of women on our stage. So that means if you are a male singer-songwriter, it might take you longer to get on because there are more of you, and so it's a little bit more complicated way of doing things, but it makes for a very interesting show.
Yes.
So if you're going to get maybe a female folky singer-songwriter, then you're going to get maybe a blues artist, or I'm making this up, then maybe an opera singer after that.
Yes.
And it's going to be an interesting grouping.
Well, and then you have your international acts.
And we have international acts, and then our band does whatever we want to do that is different from what's happening on the stage already. And that's one of the things that is the most fun for me, is that I get to do different things on each show that may be something I've never done before.
And just do info@marthabassettshow.com. Just send us an email. It's easy to send. We just look at all the emails. And, people ask, I'd say maybe not half, a large portion of the artists come from recommendations, because our artists we're not necessarily always on their radar because they're from further away. And so if there's artists that you love, send us a
We
name
also try and always represent North Carolina in our roster as well. So there might be traveling artists, but we have a steady stream of local and regional artists.
And so we always count on, people just to give us a lead, because, sometimes the most talented people aren't squeaky wheels, and so you just gotta, you gotta kind of depend on the community that knows them. And so send us a message.
Yeah. There have been people who have been band members of an artist that is on the show, and then we'll see that they have this other project that they're doing, because as you know, most of us are in multiple bands.
Yes.
And then it spreads through their community.
There's been a couple artists that have come through. I'm like, you were here last year,
but with someone else.
This.
Exactly. And so I don't know, it just feels like we're developing a community and a family of artists. And I will say that our audience is a pretty special audience. We have a lot of people who come to all the shows, or almost all the shows, and there's also tourists who come in and may only be able to be there once a year, or our audience does such a great job with hospitality to the artists.
Yeah.
And they seem to understand that these people are traveling, these artists are traveling from far away, a lot of them, and the hospitality that the audience extends to them. So it goes beyond me feeding people.
Yeah.
It really is a town and
it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
Especially post-pandemic. Like I mentioned earlier about, traveling around and making records, kind of that old model. We love to make records, and we really enjoyed that. And I don't think I appreciated live music. I didn't as much as I do now. Like to make a space that involves a community, the audience, and all the members. It sounds kind of trite, but I'm not even afraid to say it now. It's a very special thing.
Yes.
We're all a part of it. So like the audience thing is fascinating because our live audience is amazing. On Facebook, most all of our audience is 65 and older, mostly men. Like 70% men a lot of times, which is interesting. Instagram, we got a lot of people like in their 40s and 50s. On YouTube, which is a very international audience, a lot of Asian countries, we're almost 80% 25 to 35-year-olds. Wow. So we have like this younger audience in different places. So you get all of that energy kind of coming together. I think that's what really kind of makes the whole thing kind of, so fun to do.
Yeah, you never know who you're reaching.
Yeah, you never know. And sometimes you can kind of not feel good about social media, but the live space, if you can come to a show, because we're all guilty of it. None of us are watching long form music very much. We're not watching people will listen to a whole podcast, but it's hard to sit down and watch 2 hours of music. I mean, I certainly don't do it I don't, really, unless it's just background music. But to force everybody to sit down in a room and watch us fail or succeed, and we all have a good time. I'm jacked on it. I'm good for the rest of my life. I found something that will challenge me forever.
We just want to keep this going.
And keep it going. So come see us, please.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Join our family.
Join the family.
Be part of the show, really.
Yeah. So make plans to come to Elkin and catch multiple shows, and tune into the YouTube streams, and support Martha and Pat,
and come see Three-Toed Possum.
Oh yeah,
great band that plays regularly in the area.
Yeah, come see us, and just support all your local artists wherever you are, because without local support, you don't have local artists. So do your part. Yeah.
Support live.
Thanks to Nick and John too.
Yes, thank you very much,
Thank
guys.
y'all for being here.
This has been
Making us
great.
look pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll sign off here. Make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel here, and then go to their channel, the Martha Bassett Show. Like and subscribe, and Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all that good stuff. And we'll see you down the road.
Have a great day. Be a wonderful person, and remember that anything is Possumable.
Jesus, Pat. Jesus. Seriously. I can't take him anywhere.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
Just giving the people what they want.
You got to entertain the masses. Yeah.
So when you segment this part, put the pathetic cat people. The point at which Martha said, "We think he's just so intelligent. He's such a good boy."
Tell random people walking down the street, like, "Hey, look at this podcast," and make people uncomfortable, please.